Hello, everybody. How are you doing on this fine Saturday? I am doing fine. Um, I don't want to make too long of an intro, so let's just get right into it. As you know, we have myself, and along with a small team, have been trying to request every available public document from the Bam Margera conservatorship saga. I do anticipate a lot of new people will watch this video, so I want to give a quick rundown of what we know for sure is going on and what we have been able to, um, speculate and deduce what we've been able to deduce. Okay, and so Bam Margera is in a conservatorship. It's called a different word in Arizona and Florida. It's called a guardianship, but it is the same exact thing. The guardian for Bam Margera, her name is Lima Takali Yevremovich. She has several aliases and spells that name differently in many different situations. There's another name, Mora. She used to go by Lima Mora. It's also possible she goes by April Mora, but that one is just a speculation. So Lima is the guardian. Lima is interesting because she has appeared on the popular YouTube channel Soft White Underbelly as a kind of little guest star. And her appearance on Soft White Underbelly basically was her marketing her experimental virtual reality program that she is the CEO of, this startup called Aura. Now, what's interesting about Lima, well, she has a lot of interesting things about her, but Lima is Bam's guardian. And she was also the attempted guardian of this other woman named Amanda Rabb, who appeared on Soft White Underbelly. Lima took Amanda under her care, transported her from Los Angeles, Skid Row, which is where Lima plucked Amanda off the street, and transferred her to a treatment center in Las Vegas, Nevada called Desert Hope Treatment Center. Okay. Amanda died in the Desert Hope Treatment Center, and we requested and received the autopsy results. If you want me to go over the autopsy results, that's my last live. So moving right along, Lima started tagging Bam in Instagram posts in April of 2021, which was 1 month before Amanda died. Okay. So she tagged Bam Margera in an Instagram post and thanked him and Bam's alleged wife, Nicole Susan Boyd Margera. And Nicole Susan Boyd Margera was also tagged Nikki B124 on Lima's post. So in this post, she says, "Thank you so much, Bam and Nikki, for backing Aura," which is, again, it's a virtual reality program that they use in rehabs. I have reason to believe they use it in prisons. I have reason to believe they're using it on veterans at the VA. There's possibly government connections, but that's a conspiracy theory at this point. Lima is making efforts to have government contracts for Aura, which would mean that this would be used on other unsuspecting victims. The problem with the technology isn't that it exists. I think it's cool if people want to innovate. The problem is Amanda did not have the choice to participate in this virtual reality stuff. She was plucked off the street and forced into court-ordered treatment. And then she died. She died. She's dead. And Lima, to top all of it off, went back on Soft White Underbelly and lied not only about the drugs that were in Amanda's system, and we were able to confirm this with the autopsy report, but Lima also lied about the cause of death. She lied and said that Amanda died from a seizure when in fact that the autopsy report nor the two separate toxicology reports they ran mentioned the word seizure. Not one word about a seizure. Okay. So that's where we are to build up to who these people are and who these characters are. So Lima is Bam's guardian in Arizona, and she's also petitioned to be Bam's guardian in Florida. So what we're going to watch today is going to be a part of the body camera footage that we were able to procure. Now, it's going to be unredacted and unedited, okay? Except for a certain, I'll explain when we get there, but if the cop said it in the video, I didn't cut it out. If Bam said it, if there was a picture, I didn't cut it out. So you'll see. What we're going to be watching is 2 separate body camera footages out of 5. We're going to have to do multiple parts here, else it's going to be a very long video. It's already going to be long. So we're going to be watching in this video body cameras 2 and 4. Body cameras number 2 and 4. We got 5 total, and we're going to be watching number 2 and 4 today. So let me just also acquaint you with this man whose name is Stephen B. Timmer. Now, Stephen B. Timmer is a convicted criminal. He did graduate from law school, but he's no longer allowed to practice law because he defrauded his immigrant clients. And this man also, by his own admission on his public Facebook page, works for a place called Tranquil Shores. Well, wouldn't you know? That's exactly where Bam got transported in September from this hotel. Now we're going to see it all. We're going to watch it all. But Stephen B. Timmer, he works for Tranquil Shores, and he's going to tell you at the beginning of this video that he was hired by the Guardian. So, spoiler alert, the Guardian is Lima. Bam is going to mention Lima in this video. Bam is going to call her the worst guardian ever. And what I find particularly interesting is what the Pinellas County Sheriff's Department decided to redact from this video. So those are the things we're going to be looking at, discussing, and talking about in this footage. I purchased this footage myself from my own bank account. I had to write a check and mail it. We had to wait, all of that. It was $227. Bought it with my own money. And I think that we could also get into a whole entire, days long commentary about how it's not acceptable or appropriate for places to charge that much money to give you heinously redacted information, right? Like, you're supposed to be able to get everything that was done on that investigation, except like extremely, extremely confidential information. And as you will see in these 2 videos out of 5, that is not what Pinellas County Sheriffs did. Now, I will say, I don't really like cops. Okay. Y'all already know my feelings on that. Oh, Brett, you are so nice. Thank you so much. Well, that's some of that body camera footage. I will say, the cops themselves, for the most part, y'all, if I can find a way to complain, I'm going to complain about a police officer. They did a fine job. For the most part, I really think this is more of an issue of needing to be more educated and trained. But we're going to see, and I want to hear what y'all think about this whole thing. So let me go ahead and put up this video, and let's just get right into it.
So
all right. So who you're looking at here, the guy on the left, is Stephen B. Timmer. Hold on. Let me move my little, if I can move this thing here. Okay. All right. So who y'all are seeing right here with his little blue package of papers here is Stephen B. Timmer. Now, Stephen B. Timmer, the convicted criminal who served time in jail for being a fraud, is looking through his little paperworks, right? So if you would hear TMZ say it, if you would listen to TMZ in page 6, this was an emotionally disturbed person. Bam Margera, sorry, I need to adjust. Bam was attacking someone. He was doing it, ripping people's implants. He was doing all kinds of crazy shit. If you would hear the tabloids say it. But look, if somebody is really in danger, are you going to stop and chit chat with the cops in the lobby and show your little paperwork that you and your criminal, conspirators, friends, sorry, not criminal, friends got together and put together? No, you're gonna say, oh my God, a woman's being attacked. Run, floor 2. It's the, you know what I mean? Like this is clearly a setup just from the very beginning. Okay, I'm gonna let y'all watch a little bit of it. Okay, here you go.
This is an ex parte Marchman pickup order.
This is an ex parte Marchman pickup order. That's what he just said.
For this guy, but he. I talked to Deputy Reed that usually does these cases.
So for y'all taking notes on the investigation, he said, I talked to Deputy Reed, who usually does these cases. And Deputy Reed told Stephen Timmer there was nothing he can do because Bam allegedly apparently was drunk or intoxicated or something.
He said.
So if you're taking notes, Deputy Reed is who Stephen B. Timmer, former convicted criminal or convicted criminal, former lawyer, no longer allowed to practice, just said. So he called so this is what he does. This is how they work, right? Hey, Officer Reed, Detective Reed, Deputy Reed. Hey, how are you? Yeah, got another crazy over here. Going to Tranquil Shores. Yep. Yeah, well, turns out he's actually drunk. So what do I do? Deputy Reed over here. Well, I can't do anything with him because I can't pick up drunk people. So maybe you should call the police if he's committing a crime. I don't know. Oh, okay, good idea. 911. Hi, what is your emergency? Hi, I'm Steven. There's an emergency. He's ripping people's titties and there's drugs. Okay, so that's how this happened. Okay, all right, okay.
Just call 911 because the guy's up there in 225. His name is Brandon Margera, but he goes by Bam.
So Tiki said, can I talk about the 911 call? Yeah, the 911 call, it was made by this guy, Stephen B. Timmer on the left. And he said Bam Margera was drunk, doing cocaine, ripping people's implants. There was a PROSTITUTE there. Basically all kinds of stuff, saying that there was an assault in progress, all kinds of stuff. And the police are like, oh God, we're on the way. There's an assault. Never on that call. And I'll make the call available to y'all. I have that too. Never on the call does Steven say this is a Marchman pickup order. No, he calls and reports it as if it is a crime. So the cops show up and they're understandably kind of confused. Like, look at them. They're like, okay, well, who? You're going to see they're questioning. They're gonna be like, where's the person? Is she in there? Is there weapon? Like, they're actually concerned. And you have this guy like, oh, here's my little paperwork so that I can traffic this man into the facility I work for.
That show Jackass. Yeah. And he's got a woman up. There's a woman named Missy who is his minder, and she like somebody takes to like.
I love that. Did you see that cop's face? Minder? It's like these Team Con types of people. They get so used to the human trafficking of it all that it's totally normal that a grown man would have a minder. But the cop's like, a minder?
Looks after him and takes caretaker. And so she's been trying to keep him.
She's not a looks after him. She's a minder. She's a handler.
But he took off from here to Orlando, got high and drunk. He's doing cocaine all over the room, and has another woman in there.
Missy is his aunt.
She said she thinks he ripped her breast implant, and
Steven's really not concerned about the woman's breast implant. He's rolling his eyes. Oh, he thinks she ripped.
And so she came running down here, called me, said get somebody over here right away.
Okay, who are you? Him?
I'm an interventionist, and I was hired to get.
I'm an interventionist, and I was hired to get him help.
Him to treatment.
Oh, to treatment. Okay. Sorry, to treatment.
So
you were hired by Miss.
By the trustee. There's a trust. You'll see it.
So now we're learning that there's a trustee of a trust. So Steve-O, who I know must watch my videos because he blocked me on Instagram yesterday or the day before. Steve-O, hey, hi, hey, how you doing? You're still invited to come. Oh, y'all like my new bracelets? They're mushrooms. Isn't it cute? Hey, Steve-O, hey, welcome. Hi. Remember whenever you lied on your podcast and said there was no money involved in this situation? Well, can you explain to me why Stephen B. Timmer, this guy right here, is now referencing a trust and a trustee hiring him to lock Bam up against his will? Steve-O, can you? No? You got me blocked on YouTube too, or what? Okay. All right, back to this.
He has a guardian, and the guardian hired me to get him.
So at first he said the trustee hired him, and now he said he has a guardian, and the guardian hired him. So either he's mistaken, one of them actually did hire them, and those are two different people, or it's the same person. Is Lima Takali Mora Yevremovich, Takali, whatever it is, the spelling today, is she possibly the trustee on this? And now before you get off and upset with me, there's a reason that a non-family member is the guardian. And that's because they knew people were going to be snooping around and blaming whoever the family member was that put him in this thing. So they all worked together to put him in it and let Lima be the front lady of the whole thing. So Steven just said he was hired by the guardian. That is Lima.
Get him help.
Okay. So the woman you hit,
she's up in the room.
She's back in the room right now?
Yeah.
So there's a physical altercation in the room right now?
Well, he hit her and she's like cowering or something.
But they're both in the room together?
So the cops are like, are they in the room? Like, dude, we need to go see. You called us because there was an assault happening. So did you really call us because of that? Or did you just call us to get us here? Did you fraud? Did Stephen B. Timmer, did you call the police and lie so that they would come over there and effectuate your Marchman order? Is that what happened, Stephen?
What's her date of birth? Yeah, I can.
Yeah, that's fine. Her date of birth?
Yours.
Mine's 5/19/62.
And a good phone number for you?
312-771.
Now, some I find very interesting. Let me see. I'm going to read it to y'all. At the bottom of this is going to be a long video. Y'all just settle in because it will be a long one. So at the bottom of the records, it says the following. In accordance with Florida statute, chapter 365.17112, any record, recording, or information or portions thereof obtained by a public safety agency for the purpose of providing services in an emergency and which reveals the name, address, phone number, or personal information. Hold on. Can be held confidential and exempt. So, according to the statute, Stephen B. Timmer's number was supposed to be redacted. Stephen B. Timmer's like date of birth and all that was supposed to be redacted, but they didn't redact that. And I'm pointing that out because you're going to see some of the things that they do redact, and maybe you're going to come to the same conclusion as me and the rest of the investigation team that it seems a little bit inconsistent with what they've been redacting in some cases and what they allow on in others.
Yep.
3664.
Okay. If you just want to hang out, we'll be right back.
This is how we squash.
Y'all just want me to open the door and y'all go in, or not to do the polite thing first?
Yeah, well,
So I don't know if y'all could hear the man in the red shirt. He literally just said, do you guys want me to just open the door and barge in, or do you want to do the polite thing and knock? Remember, this man now, they're not even sure if he's committed a crime. They're looking at these papers. They're just getting them. Look, he's looking at, and the hotel man is just happy as can be. Just let the cops barge in. Now, maybe that's okay in some circumstances, but like, what really happened here? They're not even sure they're responding to a crime. Now, just spoiler alert, they do the polite thing and knock on the door. Again, I can't complain too much about the cops on this call.
answer, then we'll go in.
So I'll break my glasses. 8:45.
It is very interesting that they turn their microphone off, or the audio from whatever they're talking about in the elevator is redacted. I really don't know why they would redact this. If anybody is a good constitutional or open records person, let me know why you think they would redact this footage inside this elevator, because or like redact the audio, because like what could they possibly be talking about that the public doesn't have a right to know is my question. So, but it'll come back on. And the person's camera we're watching right now is a woman. She's the like one female cop. I haven't been able to ascertain her last name or her first name, but I will be requesting all the police officers' names and badge numbers who did respond to this call, as well as some more records and some more of the unredacted stuff. Yeah, there was like 4 or 5 different officers. Yes, this is the situation I've been talking about where Bam thought he was going to see his kids. They use his disability against him, defraud the police, and the hotel shepherds them to it. It does seem that way, doesn't it? And look at this one right here by the door. He is so nervous.
Sheriff's office. Hey, can you open the door?
Yeah.
Hello. What's going on outside for us?
Hello.
Yeah, you can step out here for us. Thank you.
Okay.
Does this woman look like she's in the middle of being assaulted, or what do y'all think? What do y'all think? Does it look like this is some kind of assault situation? She's in fear of her. If she was in fear, she just came out easily, happily to the door. I mean, she looks a little startled, but does it look, y'all remember what the TMZ and the page 6 said? Emotionally disturbed person, ripping titties, doing coke in the room, all of that. Okay. Does that seem to be what's happening in this situation to you?
Okay, who else is in the room? Is Bam in there?
Yeah.
Bam's in there? Anybody else?
No.
Okay.
There's no weapons or nothing.
Okay. Hey, Bam, you want to come to the door? Hey, Bam, what's up, my man?
Now, the way TMZ said it, Bam was very non-compliant. He was upset, crazy, mad, all that.
Man, you look just like Bam Margera. Hey, can we come in, buddy?
This cop, so they've been told this man has been diagnosed with schizophrenia. That's what Stephen B. Timmer said on the call. He said he's been diagnosed. He's a diagnosis of paranoid schizophrenic diagnosis. That's what Stephen B. Timmer said. He said to the cops he's been diagnosed with bipolar. He said he's out of his mind. So here's this cop. That's the report that he got. All four of these guys, that's what they were told by Stephen B. Timmer. So he goes, "You look just like Bam Margera." And Bam goes, "I am." And the cop's like, "Oh, okay, buddy. Can we come in?" Like, they think it's just like some crazy unhinged. Like, and even if he was some crazy unhinged, he deserves rights. But like, you just see how the tale that we were spun isn't adding up to what I'm seeing with my own two eyeballs.
Perfect. All right.
You come talk to me?
Okay. So now
What?
what's about to happen is the cop, the lady cop, I don't know if that's derogatory to say, but is going to walk down to the end of the hall and she's going to talk to this lady at the end. And this lady at the end is currently on the phone with Lima. Okay. You're going to hear Lima say something along the lines of, "Did he grab you?" Almost as if she needed that to have happened. Now, if you followed the Amanda Rabb story, this is how they got Amanda Rabb put in jail. Lima Yevremovich has a step-by-step guide on her website, meetara.io, which has now been mysteriously taken down. Don't know why that would have happened, but I have receipts. If y'all go watch my Bam Margera playlist, you can find it. She has a list on her website that says how to do it to your loved one, basically. And step 1, she says conservatorship or jail. Okay. Conservatorship or jail. The way that she got her first victim, conservatee, into actually she wasn't a conservatee. She was just like a kind of like a ward type of situation. But the way she got her into jail the first time was that Amanda allegedly assaulted someone. So it seems like Lima has a play-by-play, a playbook, and she needed an assault to happen. Now remember, Stephen B. Timmer already talked to Deputy Reed, who said, you need to call the police if the man is committing a crime, because Marchman Acts and Baker Acts don't have anything to do with crimes. So if someone's committing a crime, they should be brought to jail or written a ticket or the criminal justice system. Officer Deputy Reed from Pinellas, again, Pinellas did the right thing again, other than these redactions. But Pinellas County Police did the right thing and said, call 911. I'm not effectuating a Marchman order on a drunk person if you're alleging he's drunk. So then they had to call and say there was an assault. So this lady right here is on the phone with Lima. She's doing check-ins with Lima. The cop is about to walk and talk to her. You're going to hear Lima on speakerphone. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it, but it's going to say, she's going to say, did he grab you? In her little baby voice.
I've already spoke with Steve downstairs. Is that who you were calling?
No.
No.
I don't want him to know that I called.
Okay, no, that's fine. He won't.
Okay.
Okay, so
Did y'all hear? Did he grab you?
what's going on? You can hang up.
This is his guardian.
Okay, that's okay. The police are here. She's okay.
All right, bye.
So what happened?
She said, this is his guardian. That's who she's talking to. Now, this is Melissa. No, what's her name? Antoinette Melissa Dompierre. She's Aunt Missy to Bam. She was responsible for procuring the hotel rooms on this hall. She booked 2 rooms. And Bam was under the impression that his estranged or alleged wife, Nicole Susan Boyd Margera, Bam was under the impression Nicole Susan Boyd Margera was going to be here with Bam's son, Phoenix. Bam has not been able to see his son at this point of the making of this video in over 150 days. Okay, so he thinks he's going to meet up with Nikki and bring his son to Disney World today. That is what he thinks.
In the room.
He's okay. He's calm.
Okay.
He's so wasted. And he's out of his mind.
Okay.
He's totally out of his mind.
He's out of his mind. He's totally out of his
we do
mind.
have the, I guess, or you know who Steve is,
I need
correct?
to go down there and see about my purse and everything.
Yeah, we'll make sure we get
Take it
everything.
out. I don't want him to see.
Right now, no. No, that's not them. No, they're talking to him inside. Okay. Do you have your ID on you, or is it in your purse? Okay. So obviously, you're very well aware you're his guardian, correct? Or caretaker.
No, she's the minder.
I don't know what word you guys. What? Do you watch him? I don't.
Yeah, okay, so let me tell you what happened.
Okay.
So the cop's trying to figure out who the hell even are you, lady? And she's like, let me tell you about this whole story about all kind of irrelevant shit.
He stayed at my house because he was in inpatient treatment.
Okay.
And on Wednesday in the morning, he woke up and he left before I got up. So I got up and got ready for work, and he left me a note that he went to lunch with somebody. Then all of a sudden I started getting all these calls. He's gonna kill himself. So we went and got a phone, and I didn't have his number because he didn't have a phone.
Right.
You know?
The question was, who are you to him? What are you doing here?
So I left work. As soon as I got out of work, I started looking for him. Okay. When I couldn't find him, then this lady called me and she's like, "I need to pick up his medicine." I'm like, "Who are you?" She goes, "I'm with Bam." And
I see a lot of y'all asking who can file an ex parte order. The people who filed this particular one are Lima Takali Yevremovich and Stephen B. Timmer. Lima as the guardian and Stephen as an interventionist. That's who filed it. So yes, any random ass person who claims to have firsthand knowledge of your life can lock you up like this. Yes, that is true. So if that's what y'all are asking, that's yes is the answer.
she goes, "And he's at a skate park." And I go, "Okay." I go, "Well, you know what?"
Why is she whispering? Because you're going to see she's ashamed and embarrassed and humiliated. She's about to say, tell Bam that y'all took me into custody because I don't want him to see me or know I'm here. Yeah, look at her. I wouldn't want my family member to know I'm conspiring with the corporate overlords to put him in a conservatorship either, girl. But here you are, Melissa. Here you are, Missy, Antoinette.
Listen, he's drinking. I go, "He's out of his mind." I go, he doesn't supposed to drink or anything.
Right.
So I then went, I said, one of his friends called me and said, "Listen, he's at the Cheetah Club, a strip club, which is the Cheetah Club." So I went there.
Listen to this. They're calling us. Where is he? Where is he? We need him. Go. He's at the strip club. I got to go to the strip. Leave the man the hell alone. If you look at his 2019 interview with Dr. Phil, the biggest thing he told Nikki and his mom was, can you please just leave me alone? Let me work on my show. Let me do what I'm going to do and just give me some space. It was a clear boundary. And now they're literally hunting this man.
He started kicking rocks at me, like
He started kicking rocks at her. Very aggressive.
very aggressive. So
Okay.
I left. The police came, and he had already left. So then when I got home, the police were all up down my street. So they were like, "Do you know where Brandon is?" I'm like, "No, but please, I'm trying to find him." So the lady then called again on the phone.
Okay.
The lady.
said-
Sorry.
He's
I'm
probably-
sorry. Hold on. Lost my spot. I got too excited.
She goes, "And he's at a skate park."
So he's talking about the lady, and it's clearly Bam. I mean, it's clearly Lima, I think.
Right.
So I then went, I said, one of his friends called me and said, "Listen, he's at the Cheetah Club, strip
The
club."
Cheetah
It's the
Strip
Cheetah
Club,
So I
and
went
she's gonna
there.
run over there kicking rocks.
He started kicking rocks at me.
Y'all know this video is
Like,
gonna be
very
so
aggressive.
demonetized. It's
So
already demonetized. I already
The
know.
police came, and he had already left. So then when I got home, the police
Okay.
were all up down.
The police came. Listen to her. She said the police came to the strip club, and and Bam had already left. Bam was literally on the fucking run from these crazies. He was running from them. She said she got home and there was police lined all up and down her street.
On my street. So they were like, "Do you know where Brandon is?" I'm like, "No."
And they were like, do you know where Brandon is? Y'all, what crime did the man commit? Does it strike you as odd that police, Lima, people, aunties are all up and down the street searching for Bam, and his big crime was he went to a strip club and he's drunk?
"Well, please, I'm trying to find him." So the lady then called again on the phone,
Okay.
and the police officer talked to her, and she hung up on him. But they heard everything she was
Okay,
saying.
but you've been with him since then?
No.
Okay. Well, I'm more concerned about today because we have the ex parte order and everything, so he's going to be coming
He
with
just
us.
got here. He just got here.
Okay, so he got here and then got.
He just got here. Okay. So what about Stephen B. Timmer saying he's been in this room doing cocaine and all that if he just got here? And you'll be able to see, you can see inside his hotel room. It's in pristine condition. You can see both of the beds are still made. You can only see a little bit, but you can see both of the beds are made. Like everything looks nice and fine. So it just doesn't jive with what Stephen told the police.
With you inside the room.
I got him here and I got him some breakfast.
Are you injured? Do you need paramedics or anything like
No,
that?
I'm just so nervous
Okay.
because
Yeah, no, I
I'm so
understand.
scared.
Yeah,
Like,
but
I
that's why
I would be scared too.
we're here. Okay, so we're here. He's gonna get some help.
I know, and that's
So-
what. But can I go downstairs with Steve?
Yeah, let me just. Yep, that's not them. Don't worry.
Can I go down? Imagine how scared Bam is. This man just got out of rehab in Arizona for 145 days, hasn't seen his kid, thinks he's going to Disney World, and you got the auntie setting him up around the corner. I'm so scared. I'm so scared. Well, what the fuck do you think Bam feels like, girl? You so scared. People ain't setting you up. He's being stalked by you, his family, and the police. And you're so scared?
your info really quick, and then you can go downstairs, and we'll be back down there. What's your first name?
Missy.
Missy.
M-I-S-S-Y. Don Pierre.
Can you spell that for me?
D-O-M.
Uh-huh.
P-I-E.
Yep.
R-R-E.
Pierre. And you have a middle initial?
It's Al. My first name is Antoinette. I'm so sorry. I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous.
It's okay. So your first name is
Antoinette.
Antoinette. Okay.
Okay.
Can you spell it for me?
A-N-T-O-I-N-E-T-T-E.
And your middle name?
Melissa.
Okay. And date of birth?
2/18/67.
And a good phone number for you?
941
Yeah.
780
Uh-huh.
3813.
3813. Okay. Yeah, you can go downstairs, and we'll get him out and everything. If you guys.
All my stuff is in the room.
Yeah.
Like my credit card, my purse.
So the is your purse the only thing you need? Because I can
all
grab
my
it.
stuff is in there.
Okay. So so just so y'all are clear, this is not the alleged Prostitute. I don't know how to spell. This is not her. This is Bam Margera's aunt. This is his Aunt Missy. This is his family. So when y'all heard all the family's involved, this is what they meant.
But, they're not taking them out.
If Don Vito's last name was Don Pierre, then that's the same last name.
We'll make sure we get all that. I don't. I can also call you. Is that the phone that you have?
But just tell them that you took me. I'm sorry, this is his guardian. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. No, it's okay.
Okay.
But
His guardian is calling back, y'all. The guardian. And if you have an accent like this, I really honestly think it's really cute. I'm just, it's the only thing I can make fun of her about. I do like the accent though.
I can call you. I'll call you on this phone. It'll probably be a block number because it's going to come from my work phone. And then you can come back up. We'll be able to get you back upstairs. So you can grab your stuff. Okay.
Yeah, you can just say that.
Monica has a great point. Note, Missy knew Stephen Timmer was downstairs because she said, "Can I go downstairs with Stephen?" without even leaving the floor. She knew he was down there.
Took me into custody. Let them think you took me.
Okay.
Did y'all hear that? Let him think you took me into custody. And the cop's like, okay.
Yeah.
So that's why
Hey, Dalton.
Okay. So I have, for the purposes of this video, I've clipped out all of that blacked out footage, but at 8:47, so there's like timestamps at the top. At 8:47 and 41, no, sorry, at 8:49, sorry, 54. At 8:54, this lady cop blacks out, not her, right, but the department, Pinellas County, has redacted. And it goes all the way till like about 9:03, pretty much. So there's like 8 minutes or so of like missing, like between 5 and 10 minutes of missing footage here that we don't have the audio and we don't have the camera footage. So I don't know what happens here, but we're not going to sit here and look through all the, like, I cut it out, right? But there's minutes and minutes and minutes and minutes and minutes missing here.
Missy just went downstairs looking for you.
So now it comes back online. I can't see the timestamps because my banner at the top is in the way. Sorry, I should have maybe not had that up on this one, but whatever. So now she's back on, and Stephen B. Timmer is at the hotel room. So that's him right here. You see him behind red shirt man who's not following the mask policy. This is the stupidest thing I ever saw. Why you have a mask policy if you got your nose hanging out?
So it's probably not a good thing that you came up here.
So this cop said, Missy is downstairs looking for you, so it's probably not a good thing you came up here.
We'll be back downstairs.
Okay, just like he can't go to Tranquil Shores though.
What?
He said, well, Bam can't go to Tranquil Shores right now. That's what Stephen B. Timmer just said. Y'all remember Stephen B. Timmer works for Tranquil Shores. That's his boss. He said, he can't go to my work right now.
He cannot go to Tranquil Shores in his condition right now.
He cannot go to Tranquil Shores in his condition right now. Do y'all remember Lima's step 1, conservatorship or jail? Step 2, detox. Y'all remember that? We're getting the setup here.
Why can't he go now?
To Tranquil Shores under the instruction, they're not going to take him in his condition.
They're not going to take him if he's like this. So now you're going to see, this is the first reason they give. They're not going to take him if he's like this. But later on, it might not be on this footage. It might be on a later part we're going to see. But later on, one of the cops goes, oh, no, sorry, not one of the cops. Later on, Steven says, we can't take him there because there's no one there on Sundays. So it's almost as if they knew he had to go to jail first and he couldn't go to Tranquil Shores and they needed some type of loophole, almost, right? I mean, y'all tell me.
So he's gonna have to go to the hospital?
To the jail or to
He's going to have to go. Stephen Timmer said he's going to have to go to the hospital or to jail. Why? Because that's how they're going to effectuate their full conservatorship. They already have an ex parte order. Step 2 is supposed to be effectuating their conservatorship. And here's Stephen going, he can't go to Tranquil Shores like this in this condition. Plus, there's nobody even there to get him at Tranquil Shores. So what's going on here? What is the setup really for?
jail or to
But we can't just take him to jail.
Yeah, we can't take him to jail with him.
Why, if somebody is committing crimes, wouldn't the cops want to take him to jail, y'all? It almost seems as though the cops are doing their job and saying, what? We're not taking this man to jail. You called me about an ex parte order and now you're saying you don't have nowhere to take him. Like, why did you get me involved?
Ex parte.
Yeah, we can't. We have an ex parte
He's been
order.
judge ordered to go to a rehab. We can't.
so then it's got it. So this is
So it's gonna be up to Tranquil Shores.
Hospital then yeah.
It's going to be up to Tranquil Shores because our order is to take him to Tranquil Shores.
So we
It's gonna
can't
be up
take
to
him. So they're gonna have to transport him somewhere else.
Our order is to take him to Tranquil Shores and they're just following orders.
We can't just take him somewhere in between.
Okay, all right.
In his name or the ladies, do you know? Is the room in his name or the ladies? I need to make sure she can get back in because her stuff is in here. Okay.
Where'd she go? Is she downstairs?
Yeah, she didn't want him to see. She said, tell him I'm in custody.
Is this the room he's talking about?
He's schizophrenic. His wife and kid is not there.
Tell me. Okay. That was actually a very important part. Okay. Remember Stephen Timmer told the police that Bam had been diagnosed with schizophrenia. And I think this is actually a very important point. Okay. Bam Margera sued Jackass, right? And this, what we're talking about today has nothing to really do with that. So I don't want to get too off in the weeds about it. But under penalty of perjury, Bam had to sign and admit to certain things for that lawsuit. And he signed and said he had been diagnosed with bipolar disorder and maybe like ADHD, but he didn't say nothing about schizophrenia. He also said that he struggled with eating disorders, but he did not say nothing about schizophrenia. So is it possible Stephen B. Timmer called up to the police station and lied? Is it possible that they made it up? Because Amanda Rabb also very conveniently had schizophrenia. Okay. The first victim, she also, and is now dead, had schizophrenia. And so now Bam also has it, but he has never admitted to having it. Maybe is it possible that perhaps those Paramount and MTV doctors that they hired to diagnose Bam with things to help them in their lawsuit later down the road or whatever could have diagnosed him with a fake illness? Or is it possible he never was diagnosed with that and Stephen B. Timmer is lying? But now what just happened here is one of the cops turns to the lady cop and says, that's where his wife and kid are. And the lady cop goes, he's schizophrenic. They're not in there. Okay, but they did tell him he was in there. Maybe he's schizophrenic, but like, it was just so, and I'm not even blaming the cop, right? Because like, if someone, if you think you're there for like, it's fast, you're in the moment, whatever, okay. But like, the circumstance that happened was Stephen B. Timmer called the police and said, Bam Margera is schizophrenic. And then the police were operating under that type of assumption, which is possibly a false statement, and saying, oh, no, his wife and kid isn't in that room. He's a schizophrenic. That's what just happened.
Did you check?
No, and I don't know. No, because he just got here.
No what?
No, not based on what everyone's been telling me.
I can't believe.
So she manually seemed to turn off her sound here, but this footage right here, we do have it of Bam. You see Bam at the elevator. We do have, and this is another reason why I think it's a little spotty. And I'm going to have a discussion with the Pinellas County Sheriff. I'm sure it was just an oversight and an accident, but some of the body cam footage is redacted on some people's cameras, and on other people's cameras from the different angle, it's not redacted. So I think maybe they just got a little bit confused as to like what the statute says or whatever. I'm going to have a discussion with them. I'm going to send them a letter, and hopefully we'll be able to get a little bit more of the footage. But for this lady's camera that we're looking at now, I don't think she really has much more sound. So there's no sound here. They're getting back into the elevator. We do have some elevator on the way down footage at a later time on a later part. So here's the lobby of the Don Cesar Hotel. And imagine like you're thinking you're going to Disneyland. You're staying in this beautiful, swanky, precious hotel. You're going to take your kid to Disney with your wife. You haven't seen him in 6 months. You're going to thinking about maybe having a little dinner at this restaurant later. Oh, look, here's Missy on the phone with Lima. Just look at her body language. Does it look like she wants anything to do with this situation at all whatsoever? Because I don't think it looks like she wants anything to do with it. So yeah, so now what we have is about 10 minutes of footage. She's discussing with this aunt, and this aunt, we don't know what she says. We don't know why it's redacted. I don't know what this discussion is, but it's starting to kind of look like there's a little bit of like a pattern with what got redacted. It looks like it's all kind of like anything having to do with Lima is like a little redacted. And I think that was a little bit of a mistake on the part of the Pinellas County Sheriff's Office. And like, I'm not mad at them. I'm going to, I paid $226, $227 for this footage for them to go through and to meticulously by statute redact this thing. And that doesn't seem to be what happened, but I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt because on this call, they acted like pretty good. So before I'm like, everybody call Pinellas and tell them that they violated the Constitution, I'm going to say like, I'm going to give them a chance to rectify it. But this right here, what's being discussed right now, there's no reason it should be redacted. I'm a lawyer for those of y'all who don't know. And this is very clearly within the footage that would have been gathered for the purposes of doing the investigation. Now, I would hate to say, and I would hate to accuse this officer of manually turning off her body cam audio because that would seem like maybe like a policy violation. Again, I'm giving everyone benefit of the doubt. So far, so good with these police, with the Pinellas County Sheriffs. I would much rather work with them than against them in this investigation because it's nothing to do with them. It's all investigation into Lima. And that's really what I'm trying to do. So now they're standing here by the elevators. I guess they're going to go back up and get her purse. Again, there's really no more audio, unfortunately, on this video. So I don't know if it's like worth, I guess I can just kind of scrub through so y'all can see. So now we're walking back through. She's got a card. It's just so hard to know without the audio, what's really being talked about. If anybody's a really good lip reader, that would be awesome. You could link up with Monica. Let me know what you think this woman is saying. That could maybe help us in our investigation if you can like read lips really well. So yeah, all of this is silent. It's all just, I don't know what they were talking about. I don't know what she walks over here and speaks with this other officer about. It's all redacted. This is how we received the footage. So it's really interesting to me how they decided which things were redacted and which things weren't. They do to elderly people. Yeah, it's the same thing they do to elderly people. Oh, dang. Yeah, they delete videos. Yeah, well, again, I have no problem eventually coming out and railing against the Pinellas County Sheriff's Department. But right now, because I'm giving them a little good faith because they acted semi-decent on this call, I'm going to say they probably were not. And look, listen, whoever she's texting right now shouldn't be redacted. She's texting somebody, even if it's on her personal phone. You don't supposed to be texting on your personal phone while you're responding to an emergency. Okay. So this should not be redacted. I will be requesting, if someone's here from the investigation team, can y'all just keep notes? This is one thing I would like to request specifically at this timestamp. Who she was texting. I want to know the communications between her and this officer Dalton in the front seat. Dalton's her friend. Like, she goes and talks to Dalton. Now, I did do some freezing here, right? So what she's holding in her hand is I believe the ex parte order. Who is on the screen? Oh, that's her. That's her reflection. Okay. So yeah, if you can see result of substance abuse, detox facility, addiction, blah, blah, involuntary assessment, qualified. So she's holding the ex parte order in her hand. Yeah. Did he escape? Did he escape from a facility? Wait. Oh God, where is it? I lost it. Oh, I lost your comments. Oh yeah, here you go. Crow Red Eye. Did he escape from a treatment facility or did he just leave? Because you're allowed to freaking leave. He escaped. Like, did he escape or did he just leave? Because you're allowed to leave a place of medical incarceration if the state isn't holding you there. Again, all of this audio missing. It would really be unfortunate. Look and see on the bottom of the page, Tranquil Shores Recovery Center. 4300 DeHume Road, Madeira Beach. So what I think is very telling is that on September, what we're watching right now, this footage, this is from September 26th. Okay. But Bam Margera's Florida conservatorship was filed for on September 14th, 12 days earlier. And on those filings, they say that Bam lives at 4300 DeHume Road, Tranquil Shores. So how did they know 14 days before this arrest happened that Bam would be living at Tranquil Shores? And lest ye forget, Stephen B. Timmer, the interventionist who petitioned to put Bam in to do this ex parte conservatorship, this ex parte order, the petitioner, the person who wrote and said, Judge, he needs to be locked up, is Stephen B. Timmer. The place where Stephen B. Timmer said that Bam needs to be locked up is Tranquil Shores. And Stephen B. Timmer has a massive conflict of interest because he works at Tranquil Shores. So he had Bam locked up in his own facility preemptively. So on the 24th or whatever, they said he has to go to Tranquil Shores, but the conservatorship had already said he lived at Tranquil Shores 12 days earlier. Y'all think this is weird or what? Well, Cincinnati girl, he wasn't sober when he entered, according to y'all are going to see. So they sure took him in, and they took him in on a Sunday when wasn't nobody in there. So if he was allegedly on all these, oh God, thank you. I'm dying. Okay. So if he was on all these drugs, don't you think it's kind of weird if what Cincinnati girl just said was true? Don't you think it's kind of weird that you're supposed to be detoxed at a hospital for 72 hours and there was nobody at Tranquil Shores to take him in because it was allegedly apparently a Sunday or whatever? And they took him in anyway. Don't you think that's medically dangerous? If in fact somebody is on cocaine and all this other stuff that they've said that he was on, isn't it kind of dangerous to put the man in the facility when the doctors and the treatment people ain't really even in there and it's a weekend and there's nobody there to take him and he's drunk and he's all this? And Stephen B. Timmer said it himself on this video. Tranquil Shores won't take him in the condition he's in. He has to go to jail. The cop said he hasn't done anything to commit a crime to go to jail. We're not taking him to jail. You have this order. We have to take him to Tranquil Shores. So you see, they kind of got a little befuddled. They got their wires crossed. And that's why Lima's going, did he grab you? Because we need somebody to have grabbed him so that you can get arrested. Because what's step one? Conservatorship or jail. Okay. So they got their wires crossed because the Pinellas County Sheriff that showed up didn't really play along that good. If they would have had Officer Reed, maybe, but even he said, I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole. So she's on the phone clearly with someone having a discussion, but we don't know what she's talking about. Investigation team, can we request at this timestamp the communications between this officer and whoever it is she's speaking with? Because even if she turned her audio off, this should have been a call that was recorded on someone. So I want to request what this communication was about while she was sitting in the car under the overpass or under the awning. I called Tranquil Shores, said I had a sister that needed to enter, had one-on-one meeting and tour of the program. Cincinnati girl. Yes, we need to know everything. M3, we do have proof and it's coming up on this video. And it's actually, unfortunately, going to be from an admission from Bam himself. But you know what? That's not what conservatorships are for. And this was all a big setup. So unfortunately, Bam is not a particularly sympathetic character. All right. I agree with y'all that the man has drug problems. Okay. I agree with y'all that look, she's looking at it right now. Jurisdiction, the respondents in Pinellas County. Look, petition. So what is this? Ex parte order, right? Respondent representation. The respondent is represented by an attorney. I can't really read what that says, but look at the bottom thing. Petition based solely on the allegations in the petition. That means based solely on Lima Takali Yevremovich and Stephen B. Timmer, convicted criminal. Based solely on their reports is why this is happening. That's what the paper says that the cop is reading right here. So I know Bam isn't the most sympathetic. I know he has issues and I know he has problems, but y'all, this cannot be the way we solve problems. We cannot solve problems by taking away other people's choice. We cannot solve problems by taking away other people's rights. I have not tried to reach out to Bam because actually, yes, I have on Instagram, but he doesn't run his Instagram. So, and Steve-O blocked me. Did y'all know Steve-O blocked me? Why do y'all think he would have done that? Exactly, Patrick. Yeah, I'm sure it is hard to say no, Becca. And he says that people are giving him free substances. All right, I'm going to scrub because now it's just like us looking at this in silence, which I think is like just too much. Okay. Now, still no audio. Still no audio. And I don't know. I don't know why this audio is redacted. Okay. So y'all heard that beep, beep. It comes back on the beep, beep.
Hello?
Sheriff's office.
Hey, can you open the door?
Oh, wait. This might be this is a second. Okay. So we're about to go to the next cop's body cam footage. Okay. This is body camera 4. And now you're going to see some things that were redacted on the lady cops footage are not. Oh, thank you. Oh, Ritesh, that is so nice, my friend. Thank you so much for your super chat. Okay, so we're walking down now. You're going to see the lady cop had redacted a lot of this stuff, but this cop didn't. I'm saying the lady cop and this cop. I don't know who does the redactions. It's probably some office somewhere, right? But there's stuff we're going to get from this angle that we didn't get from the first footage. So we're walking up to Bam's hotel room. We've gone back in time now, right? Remember, we're walking up. This is that time they've just left Stephen Timmer. They're on their way to the room. There could be an assault. No one knows what's going on. This is responding to an emergency. The man is schizophrenic. The man is bipolar. There's cocaine. He's ripping titties. And then this is what they get.
Hello?
Sheriff's office.
Hey, can you open the door?
Yeah.
Hi.
Hello.
What's going on outside for us?
What?
Yeah, you can step out here for us. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, who else is in the room?
So again, this lady, she's allegedly getting assaulted and titties ripped and everything
Bam
else.
in there?
Yeah.
Bam's in there?
Look
Anybody
how
else?
fast she
No.
scurries down this
Okay.
hall.
Weapons or nothing.
Okay. Hey, Bam, you want to come to
Said there's no weapons, no nothing.
the door?
Hey, Bam, what's up, my man? Man, you look just like Bam Margera. Hey, can we come in, buddy? Yeah. Perfect. All right.
Again, blacks out.
What's up, dude?
They black it out.
Man,
We don't know what happened in that
From
room.
who, Lima?
We don't know what happened in that room, but about 10 minutes or so went by. And then the first thing we hear Bam say is, "From who, Lima?" So listen to Bam. You're about to hear Bam. This is what you came for.
Just have a judge's order, all
From
right?
Lima?
I don't know.
I just have a judge's order, all right. From Lima?
I just know a judge said you got to go.
Not by design. I've reached out to Mark Leta twice, and by email, and he has not responded. So I have tried to get a hold of him and let him know about Lima. He didn't respond.
And to protect your custody.
Is
under
this
an
Lima's
expert.
doing?
I don't know who's doing it is. I just
Bam,
know
we're
a judge
the
signed
middleman.
And that's not really true. Like, okay, what I learned in law school is when cops go to effectuate a warrant, which this is not a warrant. This is not a warrant. So it's different. So I don't know if it's the same. But when cops go to effectuate a warrant, they are responsible. Like one of their job duties is to read it. You have to read it. You have to know what you are doing. So this guy is over here effectuating an ex parte petition. And it has been the first line on the damn page says, "We, Lima Yevremovich, guardian, Lima, and Stephen B. Timmer, Steve, interventionist," right? "We jointly file for an ex parte, blah, 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 based on our knowledge." So if this cop had read, he would know who did the petition. The other cop read it, right? We saw her doing it in her body cam. So I don't know if he I'm not saying like, oh, he should have been, but like kind of he should have, like he has a way to know, but it's almost like easier for him to just play dumb. Like, oh, I don't know. I'm just following orders instead of asking questions like, Bam, let me check that for you. Who is effectuating? Oh, it looks like a lady. Yes, Lima. It is Lima. She's your guardian. Maybe he could even have said, maybe she's looking out for your best interest, whatever. But he says, I don't know.
We got full
Yeah,
dudes.
but why do you have to make those fucking handcuffs so tight?
We're gonna loosen when we get down there.
Bam, good question. And just from like an auditing perspective, I don't see any reason why they had to put handcuffs on Bam Margera. I don't see why. And I know he used to be in good shape and all that, and he used to whatever, but this man's body has been through it. He really is struggling with these handcuffs. It is a lot of pain for him, and he repeats it repeatedly. And he doesn't. Y'all make your own judgment. But Bam Margera is he's almost like playful and nice with the cops. Like he's very respectful, way more than I would have been in this situation. And why is he in handcuffs? This looks a lot like an arrest to me. This looks like an arrest to me. Now, all in the papers, they were talking about he wasn't arrested. No crime. It's like y'all need to pick a side. Either he is a criminal who has committed a damn crime, which means due process is in order. Due process, right to an attorney, right to a free attorney if you can't afford one, right to a trial by jury. All that is supposed to happen if you take away a criminal's rights. But Stephen B. Timmer, a convicted criminal himself, is helping use he has weaponized his law degree to help people like Lima Yevremovich, Takali Mora, Yeremovich, April Mora, Lima Mora, whoever her damn name is today, circumvent due process. They're helping people to circumvent due process. So maybe Bam did some drugs. Maybe even Bam did some crimes. And if Bam did drugs and crimes, Bam ought to face the criminal justice system for his drugs and crimes that he did or whatever, right? I don't really think drugs should be criminalized, but that is the actual system that we have. This actual system we have is not designed to do what Stephen B. Timmer and Lima Mora Yevremovich conspired to do. Thank you, Brett. This is mental health reform and criminal justice reform in action, and we are just getting started. That is true, because they can take me out. I'm not suicidal. I don't want to die. I want to live a very long life. I'm not depressed, and I don't have any type of conditions that would predispose me to dying at an early age. I don't remember the last time I even had a drink, but they can take me out. You know who they can't take out? We the people. They will never take us all out. And if they do take me out, y'all just keep doing this. Request every report you can. You don't need to be a lawyer to do it. I don't mean to get grim, but y'all, stuff happens.
Readjust them, all right?
We'll loosen
And
them
then
up.
where are you going to take me? I just did 145 days in rehab.
I just did 145 days in rehab, he said.
Okay.
I'm not doing this again. I seriously can't take it anymore.
Imagine what this man is going through. Let's say he did drink last night, got loaded, did drugs, drunk. That's not what the conservatorship is supposed to be for. That's not what it is. If the man committed a crime, then take him to jail for committing a crime.
Yeah.
That's
What the fuck?
Yeah.
He sounds heartbroken to me too.
Put your hand back to back so it's a little easier on you.
Ow.
Yeah, these aren't that comfortable, man. I know.
No, it sucks.
And again, y'all, the cops have said already, we're not taking him to jail. Stevens already said, take him to jail. And they said, no, we can't take him to jail. So they know he's not a criminal. And yet they still have him in these very uncomfortable handcuffs. He's leaned all over. It's very uncomfortable. Because these aren't like these aren't the handcuffs with like chains. They're the little short ones with the two cuffs right by each other.
Yeah, they're hinge cuffs. They're not supposed to be comfortable.
They're handcuffs. They're not supposed to be comfortable. Why? They should be comfortable, actually, now that I'm really thinking about it. In the United States of America, you're innocent until you're proven guilty. So you should be treated as if you're innocent, right? I mean, it's just such a bullshit thing that cops say. They're not supposed to be comfortable. Yeah, because we live in a punitive dystopia where if you do something that the cops don't like, you should be harmed. You should suffer physically and be in physical pain because you're suspected of having perhaps done something. And in this case, why should Bam Margera be uncomfortable if he hasn't committed a crime?
I can't believe
Pat, you guys good?
I'm getting 5150 again. All I did was take a lift and an Uber and showed up here.
All I did was took an Uber and showed up here. And there was already those 2 rooms rented by, what's her name? Antoinette Melissa Dompierre, a.k.a. Missy. Okay. So he just said he just got there. A Uber just dropped him off. Who ordered the Uber?
Yeah, we're gonna go down this way.
Why is this happening to me?
Y'all, can you imagine if you were in Bam's situation? I literally was sick. I was sick last night after watching all this. And this is only, y'all, what y'all are seeing today is only 2 parts of 5. Okay. Now, some of it's overlap. That's why I put these 2 first, because I wanted y'all to see the most. But after watching it, I was physically sick because I kept putting myself in the situation. Like, I haven't seen my child, my baby. I haven't seen my baby in, I'm just thinking, right? Like, this is what happened to him. I haven't seen my baby in over 6 months. I haven't seen my partner, my wife, whatever, in over 6 months. I have been being treated as if I'm a criminal in a conservatorship, probably being experimented on with weird virtual reality shit. right? And I think I'm going to this fancy, nice hotel to have a cute family vacation. Bam's probably been looking forward to this for weeks, and he was lured there. Now, what did the cops say? He's schizophrenic. His wife's not in there. His wife was never there. Nikki and Phoenix were never there. The Don Cesar Hotel is a 5 to 10, it's exactly 7 miles from Tranquil Shores Treatment Center, where the conservator said 12 days earlier he lived. Okay? Where Stephen B. Timmer put with Lima on an ex parte order, his employer, Tranquil Shores. He's a Lou Taylor. He helped to put somebody into a place that would end up benefiting him. And if I'm lying, Stephen, sue me. Because I still have my law license and I'll fight you in court over it. Bitch.
Dude, I can't even relax.
I can't even get reception.
It hurts so bad on my arms.
Yeah, I'll loosen them up when we get down there, right, Bam?
Can I smoke a cigarette?
No.
Can I have a...
This man hasn't done anything wrong. They haven't said he's done a crime. In fact, someone asked them to take him to jail and they said, no, we can't take him to jail. He hasn't done anything to go to jail for.
vape?
Going on.
It's right here.
There's nothing I can do to win. I could just be silent and be very doing yoga with candles lit, and I'll still get in trouble.
Hey, this isn't up to us.
Well, who's it up to, Lima?
Good.
Cop says, not up to us. He said, who's it up to, Lima?
Take your hand out of your pants for me.
Yeah, but because
And even if the man is on drugs, he looks like he's pretty coherent. He's processing this whole thing. Who's it up to?
every time my pants tight, my ass.
Hey, we're good with that.
Now imagine, and I don't know, y'all know I don't really like Stan Bam Margera like that really, but in some ways I feel like a little bit of camaraderie with him. Like I kind of know what it feels like a little bit to come from like a more lower middle class, lower income background, kind of make it into these places where like you finally get to go to these nice hotels, and he's been doing it for a long time. But just imagine like the imposter syndrome of like the humiliation of being dragged through a hotel, ass out, hanging out, 8:30 in the morning, all these people dressed in their little polos and shorts going to the golf course. And they're dragging you out, ass out. They won't let you pull your pants up. You're being handcuffed, even though you committed no crime, and you're a very obviously visible celebrity.
Yeah, we're good with that.
Yeah, well, let's tie it tighter then.
Keep going.
I tried.
Yeah,
We'll
but,
adjust it outside.
all right, but I don't want my ass to hang out.
Yeah, we'll fix it.
You can keep your hand right there.
You can
It's
keep your
good.
hand there, it's
Yeah.
okay.
Just hold on there for a minute. We'll help you readjust.
Crazy. I was almost going to see my son. Almost.
Listen to
Almost.
him. He's processing it. I was almost going to see my son. He has not seen his baby in more than a half of a year. Look at him.
It was going to see my son. There you go. And then you're taking me away from me.
And then you're taking me away from him. Now look down in the far left. You'll see Stephen Timmer standing there. Now, Bam, I don't believe Bam knows Stephen is the one who called the cops on him.
Why?
Why? Why can't he see his son?
Why can't I see him? Why can't I see him?
Why can't I see him? Because we have a court order and you have to go to a treatment center. Now, here's Stephen over here trying to get his ducks in a row with his little henchman with the camo shorts and the tall socks. I don't know who that guy is. Thank you, Brett. Thank you for the super chat again.
Where?
It's in Madeira Beach.
Where's Madero Beach?
Just to the north of us. Let's keep going.
How far?
5 minutes. 5-10 minutes.
That's it?
That's it.
And then what happens when...
Bam is very smart. He's collecting, and again, okay, listen, y'all know I don't stand Bam, but watching him on this police footage, I kind of like did gain a little respect for him because you can make your judgment on whether or not he's on substances, but even if he is, he's very clearly like on it, right? He's going, it's 5 minutes away. You know what I mean? Like, not a fan of Jackass either, but this is a human being. I thought it was just California, but it is bad in every state. Florida's bad. Arizona's bad. Nevada's bad. And California's bad. Those are the bad ones. I mean, they're all bad. Okay. But California, Florida, Nevada, and Arizona. Those are bad. Those are bad. I don't want to go to those states even, like, to be honest. This is a staged robbery. It is. And thank you, Be Botanical, for the super chat. So you'll see, I still don't think Bam knows what that Stephen, the people he just passed up, are the ones who called the cops on him. Now Stephen B. Timmer is an interventionist, but he has also worked for a company called Heather Hayes. And the Heather Hayes company was called out in Bam's lawsuit. Again, this is not what this video is about. I'm not here to talk about the lawsuit. But Heather Hayes is a transportation company that is literally for bringing your loved ones to rehabs and facilities. I don't know, maybe conversion therapy too. I don't know if they have like a religious lilt, but it definitely is a place where they, I would assume, sometimes forcefully have to wrangle people to transport them to other places. Now, that's all the allegations that I'll make on that. But Stephen Timmer has been in the recovery industry and is a recovering addict himself, alcoholic himself. And he has a lot of experience in this industry. Y'all heard him say, Stephen B. Timmer, y'all heard him say, I called Deputy Reed, who normally does these types of cases. Like, he's connected, girl. He is in this lobby with his khaki shorts on.
I get there.
You're just gonna get admitted into it.
Well, can my wife meet me there?
I'm sure she probably could. Yeah, it's just literally right here.
All right, I can work with that.
Poor Bam goes this whole time still thinking his wife and Phoenix are in this hotel. He's like, can I just see my kid and my wife?
5-man Uber.
All right. When can I smoke a cigarette over all this?
Maybe when you get there.
Damn it. This isn't fair.
He said, God damn it, this isn't fair.
Life's not fair.
Ow, dude. You're okay? I'll adjust when we get in my car.
Dude is fucking priest.
Oh, good point. White Moon said, this is the moment Bam found out, instead of seeing Nikki, that Nikki took sole custody of him and took their kid away. So I don't know if Bam knew this or not, but 10 days before this, 11 days before this whole incident, this police cam footage, Nicole Susan Boyd Margera, aka Nikki, aka Bam's baby's mother, filed for full custody of the baby and filed for child support of the baby. She did not file for a divorce. So 10 days before this, Phoenix was already had been taken full custody of, or filed for.
I remember that car's right, all right?
I'm gonna kill him. Such a fucking
He just said, I'm gonna kill Lima. Such a fucking
worst guardian ever.
worst guardian ever.
She gets the worst guardian ever award.
She gets the worst guardian ever award. I'm going to pause it a few times here because there's like some very important things finna happen.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Worst.
Yeah, man. The cop says, yeah, man, I'm sorry. It's almost as if these cops knew that this was a little off. It's like, this isn't my typical Marchman Baker Act situation. He's like, yeah, man, I'm sorry. Like, at some point, if it is in a court order, the cop does have to do it. Like, that's how our system works.
Guardian ever award. I'm looking out for your best interest. No, you get the worst guardian ever award.
Did y'all hear that? I'm looking out for your best interest. No, you're the worst guardian of the year award.
This is the stubborn one?
Yeah.
Is this the stubborn one? Okay. Did y'all hear that just now? The cops say, just one more time. I want y'all to hear this whole sequence one more time. Just, I'm not going to, I'm going to try not to. I probably will talk, but listen to the sequence again.
For all this.
Maybe when you get there.
God damn it. This isn't fair. Life's not fair.
Ow, dude. I'll adjust when we get in my car, okay?
Dude is fucking trees.
I'm gonna go to that car's right, alright?
I'm gonna kill him.
I'm gonna kill Lima, he said.
Such a fucking worst guardian ever.
Worst guardian ever.
She gets the worst guardian ever award.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Worst guardian ever award. I'm looking out for your best interest. No, you get the worst guardian ever award.
This is the stubborn one?
Yeah.
Is this the stubborn one? So do y'all remember that 5 to 10 minutes of blacked out footage from the hotel room? Do y'all remember that? That's the only time that I can ascertain that a discussion about Lima could have been had, right? Because we've seen all the body camera footage except that blacked out part, right? So how does this cop know about, quote, the stubborn one? How does he know? Is it possible they were talking about Lima in the hotel room and that got redacted by the Pinellas County Sheriff's Office? Because if that's the case, that would be a little bit unconstitutional, and definitely would be a violation of like the Freedom of Information Act. And I would hate to end up in federal court over it. I would just hate that. So I really hope it was just an accident, a little bit of an oversight. And when we request that unredacted conversation from inside the hotel room from the Pinellas County Sheriff's next week and send more money, if y'all even want more money, we'll send $250 more. We might have to do a little bit of a fundraiser at this point, a little bit of a giving.org jib situation. But I really hope it was just a total accident and a total oversight, that the discussion about Lima being the stubborn one was eliminated, because I would really hate to have to bring the Pinellas County Sheriff's Office into this criminal conspiracy investigation. I really would hate to do that. So hopefully, it was just a big misunderstanding. They didn't understand the statute, and they're going to get it right next time.
Oh, man.
Hey, can we check this lure off real quick?
Yeah, I got you.
Got the pipe.
I didn't fucking mushrooms last night. I didn't.
Okay. Important part. Brett, thank you so much. If Lima is the person meant to be looking after him, why wasn't she there? Isn't that her job? She knew this was unconstitutional and needed an intermediary, but she's on the phone nonstop. She's on the phone nonstop. And Bam gets her name in there, even though they tried to redact it in other places. And again, could have been an accident. Could be, oh, they didn't understand the law good. Maybe I'll have to educate them on the law. That's something I have to do all the time. It's not a big deal. Not a big deal. Pinellas County, I'm not mad at them right now. I'm really not. I'm not mad at them yet. I'm not. I have no reason to be yet. So Bam says, okay, so y'all saw the processing, right? He's like, I'm going to kill Lima. Worst guardian of the year. He's like, I'm looking out for your best interest. No, you're not. You're the worst guardian of the year. And now he's in handcuffs at a police cruiser, and he knows what's coming next because this ain't his first rodeo. So he's about to say he did all kind of substances last night. And at first I thought he was telling the truth, right? I'm just tell y'all what I think, and then y'all can tell me what y'all think. At first, I thought he was telling the truth. He did. He really did. He just likes drugs and he just got loaded. He just did it. People offered it to him. Maybe he was giving it. Maybe it's just so hard for him to say no. I don't know. Right. But then I started thinking about it, and the rest of the video, it's like Bam knows what a 5150 is. He knows what a Baker Act is. He's been 5150'd. He's been Baker Acted. His friends have been. Marchman Acted. He's been Marchman Acted. So he knows the law. And what do y'all know who have been to recovery centers or who have tried to hire one for your sister or whatever? A recovery center, Tranquil Shores, cannot take you while you're high. You have to go to a detox. So it's possible Bam really was truly on substances. And if he was, he shouldn't have been. Okay. I agree with y'all. But the solution cannot be to bypass due process. The solution, repeat after me. The solution for a crime cannot ever be to bypass due process. Now, that is a foundational model of our American system. Lima doesn't seem to be American. She's Canadian. But as far as I'm aware, Canadians also have due process. So it should never have gotten to the point where Bam was being locked into a conservatorship for a crime. Okay. That's not how the system works, y'all. You cannot bypass due process. And that's what happened. So Bam's realizing, hold on. Thank you, Steve. Money toward a lawsuit or getting damaging documents. Yes. So what I'm thinking is Bam might have been doing some quick thinking, like, shit, I need to tell him I'm loaded. I need to tell him I did crimes. I need to tell him I'm on drugs. I need to tell him something because they're going to put me in another one of these centers that I don't want to be. Or maybe he just did drugs and he's just telling them. Y'all be the judge.
Coke, I did fucking speed. I fucked a stripper.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
I paid her $400 to sit on my face.
Look at this cop's face. He's like, I don't know what to do with this.
15 seconds. I was retarded.
All in one night?
Yeah, that's a night, man.
I had a fun night, but I was a nice dude. I wasn't mean to anybody, and they were nice to me back.
Yeah. I understand.
Love will love me back.
Yeah, exactly. I agree.
Thank you, Julia.
This next one, Taylor, because the drug use.
Love will love me back. I haven't been on drugs for 145 days, except for like.
The cop just said this ex parte order. Remember that same cop who didn't even know who did it and why and all that? Now he all of a sudden knows that the ex parte order is because of Bam's drug use. That's what he's alleging.
Last night.
All right.
Yeah. People kept giving me free fucking drugs. It's hard to say no.
I can
People
understand.
kept giving me free drugs. It's hard to say no.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take your necklaces off, kid.
I don't know why. I just really hope Steve-O watches this video. I just like, unblock me, Steve-O. That was so weak. You're weak. Unblock me.
I messed up.
Yeah.
Will they all come over your head?
Yeah. You want?
Y'all, look at the sun beating down on him. Y'all remember earlier we saw the lady cop go sit in the cruiser up underneath the awning? They couldn't have put him up under the awning. They had to put him out here in this blazing sun. It is bright as hell. It's the middle of summer in Florida.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right. Let's put those in a bag.
Tell
Take your
Dalton I
glasses
said
off,
what's
too.
up.
Dalton? Take these off
Yeah.
so don't get messed up. We'll put them in the bag.
Why would he take off his necklace? Because he's being treated as if he's a criminal, laced in chains. This is what they do to criminals. And y'all, this isn't what I think that criminals should be treated like either. I don't think that either. But these cops and most cops, and it's not even the cops on an individual level, it's like our system that has taught that, like, if someone is doing something you don't like or doing something that you consider to be disrespectful or whatever, then they should be treated like a certain way. If someone did a crime, they should be treated poorly. They should physically suffer. Well, now they've taken that even another extrapolated step further and said, and also if we think that you're kind of like adjacent to someone who might commit a crime, we're also very suspicious of you, and you have to be treated in a way that causes you mental and physical suffering. And taking off an individual's identity, right? These individualistic type of qualities, like a bracelet or a necklace or a little speaker, that is a way to demean and dehumanize the person, because it takes away the, Bam put those necklaces on. He likes those necklaces. It's taking the necklaces off is like stripping you of your individuality. And that's why you have to wear uniforms in prison.
Yeah.
All right, bud. All right, let's get you.
Man, you working or anything right now?
All right, my man.
Am I working?
Yeah, what do you
No,
do?
I'm going to the police station.
No, not now. I'm saying.
He's very funny. I have noticed that about Bam Margera. He is funny. He has a lot of sense of humor.
In the
Hold on.
past.
Here, hold it
Yeah.
back for a second.
I'm working on a fucking Netflix show.
Oh, y'all remember that theory? Do y'all remember my theory that this whole lawsuit, the Paramount and all that, and the competition of Bam Margera being the one that like comes up with the best skits and all that, like maybe MTV, Paramount, Johnny Knoxville, all them have a vested interest in helping to lock Bam Margera up? And I said, I think he might have been working on some competing project, because at the end of the day, people are going to watch a Bam project. And if it's coming out at the same time on the same network as Jackass 4.5, that might cause a little bit of a competition issue. Don't y'all think? And people were calling me a conspiracy theorist, but Bam just told us he was working on a Netflix show.
Everybody will let me just film it.
Here, let's go in here. We'll talk more about it.
All right.
He said, I'm supposed to be working on a Netflix show if they would just let me film it. Look at this is the face Bam makes when he's processing. He's processing. And then he makes statements right after he comes out of this trance. Watch. I don't know if it's gonna happen this time, but just like observe, like this is his like, oh man, I'm thinking, who did this? Where are they? Like he's a quick thinker.
Am I really gonna have to get in with these fucking handcuffs like this?
Yeah, my man.
It's gonna hurt so bad.
It's not
Why
gonna be
did you have
comfortable.
to have the hand?
One second. I'll adjust them.
You want two?
Yeah, we can get two.
Yeah, that's
I better be able to smoke a cigarette when we get
We're
there.
gonna help
He's
you
getting
out with stuff.
agitated.
Hang out right here.
All right. Are the cigarettes still in my ass?
I think they took them out. They got them.
I need to have one.
All right, hold
when
on, let's
we
do
get
one thing
there.
at a time. Let's get these.
And then we need to
fixed up
find
for
the
you.
matches or a lighter.
We can do that.
All right, cool.
All
So
this
we're gonna
on the
Netflix show?
word.
Yeah.
When's that gonna?
All this on the word of strangers, really. Yes, Lima Yevremovich, Lima Takali, Lima Mora, Takali Yevremovich, Takwali Yevremovich, April, whatever her name is, and Stephen B. Timmer, convicted criminal, could do this to you. If you're in Florida for longer than about 3 days, you could have those two people do it to you. That could happen. That can happen. Yes, that can happen. Those two people can do the same thing to you.
Come out, or when you want it to come out?
February.
February.
Yeah.
So you got to do a lot. You haven't filmed it yet.
Yeah. No, we're in the middle of filming it now, but I have to edit it in Orlando, and then Joe DeVito from MTV is filming it,
Nice.
directing it, and Joe Franz is filming it with the red camera.
You're not doing that new Jackass thing, are you?
No, because it's a $30 million.
So now he's about to say something about a $30 million lawsuit, and he's going to say something about getting $15 million from Jeff Tremaine in February. Well, when did we find out about Free Bam, and when did I start making videos? February. So is it possible like they needed him to just stay shut up and put away until the movie came out? And then once the movie came out, I don't know. Y'all tell me, y'all know more about this than me. I'm just a conspiracy theorist. But listen what he says about the movie and the millions.
Lawsuit.
So I heard something was up.
Yeah, and I get $15 million in February.
That'd be a good payday.
No shit, I'm gonna buy a whole bunch of cars.
What's your go-to car? What's your favorite?
I have a purple Lamborghini, I have a blue.
Now, his purple Lamborghini is his favorite car, but you'll remember his mother sold that car. His mother sold that car out from under him. Why did his mom have the ability to sell his car at that time, I wonder? I don't know. But he said, when I get my money, I'm getting my purple Lamborghini back.
Murcielago Lamborghini, I have a red Ferrari,
Nice.
I have a Porsche Panamera.
So now he lists very coherently all of his car collection. And Bam, it was smart that you did that, because now we have a list of your assets, at least some of them. So investigation team, we need to make a list of these somewhere, all these cars, because they are Bam's assets and we need to know if they've been sold off. I think Bam realized there was cameras, and he realized that one day somebody was going to be looking at this footage. You'll see later he's going to say something about a lawyer.
Camaro, I have a Range Rover, I have a Hummer, I have a DeLorean, I have a 1929 Mercedes.
Where you keep them all? Like you keep them all up in
Philadelphia.
Philly?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
What you're doing? You're in Orlando for the Netflix show.
Yeah.
That's what brought you all.
So he was going to Orlando for his Netflix show. Now watch Bam realize, look, see his processing face? I want y'all, I'm going to try not to talk, but pay very close attention to this part, because he's about to realize what happened.
Over here,
Yes.
coast to coast in Florida.
Yes.
Let me rewind it just a little bit, because I want y'all to hear the lead up questions. The cop's annoying him, right? Bam's annoyed. He's annoyed, but he's being nice, professional, and kind. He's not this is not what was described to me by TMZ and Page Six, but that doesn't come as a surprise to me because I've caught them in lies with Brittany's case before and they just be lying. So the cop's getting on his damn nerves and he's like basically just fangirling. Like, so what are you doing out here? What are you doing in Orlando? What are you doing in Tampa? Oh, you're over there for the show, but you're not going to be in the movie. You're going to do a Netflix show instead. Oh, that's cool. And Bam's like, yeah. Like, but he's being nice. Okay. So the line of questioning that the cop is asking Bam is causing him to put some pieces together in his head. And you're going to see him have a light bulb moment. Okay. So.
What's your go-to car? What's your favorite?
I have a purple Lamborghini, I have a blue Murcielago Lamborghini, I have a red Ferrari,
Nice.
I have a Porsche Panamera, I have a Range Rover, I have a Hummer, I have a DeLorean, I have a 1929 Mercedes.
Where you keep them all? Like, you keep them all up in
Philadelphia.
Philly?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
What you're doing? You're in Orlando for your Netflix show?
Yeah.
Well, that's what brought you all the way over here?
Yes.
Coast to coast in Florida.
Yes.
Here he goes.
Yeah. Here, I mean, I don't know.
This was a fucking setup.
Bingo. Bam. Why are you here? Right? Remember earlier he said, how far is Tranquil Shores? 5 minutes, that's it? Huh. He's about to start asking, where's Nikki? And he said, yeah, I came from Orlando here. Why? To meet my wife. Why were you in Orlando? The Netflix show. This was a setup. This was a setup. Look at his face when he realizes it. Look at his face. He knows.
And Joe Franz is filming it with a red camera.
You're not doing that new Jackass thing, are you?
No, because it's a $30 million lawsuit.
That's what I heard something was up.
Rewind a little bit.
Yeah, and I get $15 million bucks in February.
That'd be a good payday.
No shit, I'm gonna buy a whole bunch of cars.
What's your go-to car? What's your favorite?
I have a purple Lamborghini, I have a blue Murcielago Lamborghini, I have a red Ferrari,
Nice.
I have a Porsche Panamera, I have a Range Rover, I have a Hummer, I have a DeLorean, I have a 1929 Mercedes.
Where you keep them all? Like, you keep them all up in
Philadelphia.
Philly?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
What you're doing? You're in Orlando.
It's so I don't want to diagnose the man, but I can tell you my own personal faces when I'm trying to figure something out. I just know this look. I just know
For
it.
your Netflix show?
Look at
Yeah.
his face.
Well, that's what brought you all the way over here?
Yes.
Coast to coast in Florida.
Yeah.
That's what brought you all the way over here. He's thinking about it. Bam's going, yeah. Look at him. 3, 2, 1, boom.
Yeah. Here, I mean, I don't know.
This was a fucking setup.
Huh?
Yep.
This isn't a setup, man. It's not a setup.
Yes, it
Yes, it
was.
What do you
My guardian. Fuck yeah, you're the
Which one?
man.
He said, my guardian. And then he never finishes the sentence because the cop brings him the cigarettes and he gets distracted. But he said, yes, it was my guardian. And I'm not saying like, oh, the cop distracted him on purpose. I mean, I think the cop was being nice and bringing him a cigarette, but he never finishes that thought. But I really want one more time. This is such an important part because you see him realize it.
Coast to coast in Florida.
Yes.
He realizes
Here, I mean,
it.
I don't know.
This was a fucking setup.
Huh? This isn't a setup, man. It's not a setup.
Yes, it was.
Yes, it was.
What do you
My guardian. Fuck yeah, you're the man.
I would pay $227 more just to know what on earth he was about to say.
That one.
This one?
Red
All
one.
right. Let him fix your cuffs, then I'll give you one, right?
Edwards, you're the man.
Yeah, bro. He is the man.
That's a good compliment. I deserve a cigarette over all this.
I agree.
Yeah.
Let's get this glove on, and I'll get you with the cuffs and everything.
Dude, I swear if you handcuff me the front way, I won't harm anyone.
Well, I'm not allowed to do that. But he's gonna put 2 on so you have a little more room, okay?
But how am I gonna smoke?
I'm gonna give it to you.
All right, cool.
Yeah. Turn around.
Let's face the door right here.
Y'all know my feelings. Y'all know my feelings about Bam and the jackass and all that. But he really endeared himself to me with this because this is the worst possible thing that can happen to you. Like, it isn't. That's a hyperbole. But like, he's being stalked from state to state by different cops who are taking him to put him into facilities, probably being experimented on with virtual reality. Can't see his baby. Thinks his family is helping him, but really they're in on it. Like, and the man, I think I would have started kicking these cops in the teeth. And I'm not even a violent person. I just can't imagine the rage, the betrayal, the feelings of confusion that are going on inside this man right now. And he just stays so calm and he plants evidence and he's on top of it and he's processing and maybe he's on drugs too. I don't know.
We can all be friends. Man.
I appreciate it.
We can all be friends.
None of us have a problem with you, I promise.
All
I don't
be
have a problem with
friends in the end. He's not fighting
either.
with
I
them.
know.
You're gonna have to lean forward for
As a
me.
matter of fact,
Hey, Bam, lean forward a little bit.
It's a shitty day, man.
Yeah, hey, Bam. Bam, you're gonna have to lean forward for me.
Lean
okay?
forward so you can get
He's gonna
the.
help you out, okay?
Can you lean any more forward?
Yeah, as long as my ass doesn't hang out.
You're good.
Like
We
you
gotta
can
release
tell
that.
in Bam's body, like he's a stiff old man at this point. Like Bam, if you're watching, we love you or whatever, but like you're not that flexible. They don't need to have these damn handcuffs like this.
I'm just doing this so you don't fall.
My wife has to know this is happening.
Don't worry. We can contact her. We'll
You
let her know
have,
everything.
you have to call her
Yep.
and wake her up and say,
Now they've told the cops that he's schizophrenic and the wife ain't here, but poor Bam still thinks she's gonna come down and help.
Bam is getting Baker acted again.
Okay.
And 5150. Ow.
We'll let them know where you are and all that, okay?
Oh, it feels so much better.
So much better. I know.
This is great.
Judas Priest, relax.
Fuck.
All right, here. Give me the other hand.
He's gonna loosen up his tongue, okay?
Yeah.
That bend your elbow?
Doing fine. Doing fine.
Bend your elbow?
There you go. Just like
Wait,
that.
you're doing it again?
Yeah, yeah.
It's gonna be.
How am I going to smoke then?
We'll help you out, okay?
He's gonna help.
He's
you.
gonna hold it out for you. There you go. They don't want to light that glove up. Good, feeling better?
Yes.
All right, just sit tight.
Well, here's the thing. I have to figure out my mouth sometimes.
Yeah, we got you.
We'll have
I'm
no
ready.
ready.
Yeah.
All right, you're good.
All right. We were
I
together.
gotta call this place.
Come on.
Now.
Do what you need.
All right.
I'm not trying to smoke either.
Bam is like very like you can tell he like thinks these cops are nerds, like especially the one he's talking to right now, but he's so nice. Like he's just like plays along and is nice to them. He's like, "Oh, you don't want some cigarette smoke on you? Oh, okay."
All right, now.
Here, pay your turn.
You good, man? You good.
Oh,
Your
come
turn.
on. Here, hold that for a second though, so I can readjust it on my hand.
Yeah.
It's gonna burn you, though.
There you go. You can do one hit.
Yeah.
That's okay, man.
Yeah, we'll hold your
Lost this guy 100 times on TV.
Oh, I know.
I'm more than happy to give him a cigarette.
You would beat me in an arm wrestling competition.
Probably not, man. You got some pipes. I don't arm wrestle.
I'm pretty tough cookie.
Let's back up
but-
so we don't blow smoke in his car. It's
All
gonna
right.
be real good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't think he smokes.
You say he's working on a Netflix show right now. Come out February.
Well, this should be on film.
Okay.
You ever go?
Okay. Another part where I'm like, yes. Bam didn't even know he was a part of the BJ investigation squad at this time, but he just said this should be on film. And listen to the line of questions that comes after.
Oh yeah, we all got GoPros.
Well, this is a body cam.
He said, "You have a GoPro."
It's
Well,
not a
I'll talk to
GoPro.
my lawyer and say, get the footage.
Well, I'm going to talk to my lawyer and say, "Get the footage." And look what the cop says.
That's between you guys.
Yeah.
I put it to the department, and that's all I see of it. So
Edwards what?
Now he's getting their names. Edwards. Edwards what? He literally just said, this should be on. This should be on camera. You're wearing a GoPro. I should have my lawyer ask for this footage. And then he asked the cop's name. Edwards what? Edwards what? He's collecting names because now he knows it's on camera.
My name's Patrick.
Patrick Edwards, Dalton Graver.
Sir, Ryan.
Ryan Graver.
Yes, sir.
Dalton what? I remember earlier.
Now he's got this guy's name, Rarer or something. And then the guy in the car is Dalton.
Just goes by Dalton. It's like RoboCop.
All right. Hey, RoboCop. Edwards is helping me out. Yeah.
RoboCop turns off his audio as well, I think, but we'll get to that on part 2 and part 3 and part whatever of this body cam series.
Edwards is a nice guy. Usually I got cigarettes.
All right, now
I had to clean out my car, man.
Wait, one more.
I'll get you another one.
One more. All right, another one? You're the fucking man.
Yeah, we got time. We got time.
I have all the time in the world.
Morning.
I was supposed to take Phoenix to Epcot Center tomorrow.
Based on what you said last night, I don't think too sick.
He was supposed to take Phoenix to Epcot Center. That's how they lured him there. They said, oh, come, we'll have a family vacation. We'll stay at the beautiful hotel. We'll go to the pool. We'll go to the restaurant. And we'll go take Phoenix to Epcot Center. And you know who Phoenix went to Epcot Center with? If I'm remembering correctly, Monica, can you fact check me on this? Around this same time, I think Phoenix went to Epcot Center with Albert Monero Jr. and Nicole Susan Boyd.
Cigarettes is going to put you over the top.
I want more.
You got to hold still, bro. Stop talking.
What are you talking to me?
He's funny.
I can't light it if you keep moving. Okay. There you go.
Oh, Epcot Center is like a Disney theme park situation type of thing. It's like a Disney thing for amusement park thing, I think. I think they went to Disneyland. Wait. World. This is where Disney World is, right? Yeah, Florida.
I can't believe Lima did this.
Again, he said it again. I can't believe Lima did this. He still doesn't know Nikki's in on it. Nikki's been hanging out with Albert Monero Jr. #family.
That witch.
We're just the middleman.
I can't believe Lima did this. That witch.
All right. There you go. I can't believe Lima did this.
Look at his face.
That witch.
We're just the middleman. We get
I know.
paperwork and we get told, we have to do our job.
Can't shoot the messenger.
Yeah, can't shoot the messenger. That's the best thing there is, yeah. We're just the middleman.
We can work together.
Yeah, working together right now, aren't you?
I know, it's teamwork.
Yeah.
Makes the dream work.
That's it. That's it.
This is hilarious.
This is hilarious. Why
It is a serious matter, but, we like,
Is it really a serious matter? Like, what's so serious about it? He seems fine to me. Like, I don't know. Are we really to the point where it's like if someone does drugs, we have to take their rights away? Like, are we really to that point? That's what it looks like.
You couldn't even let my dream.
And lest ye forget, like, I don't like talking about the Scientologists because they're psycho and they're going to friggin' stalk me. But this is in Clearwater, Florida, where this is happening, just so y'all are aware.
You're laughing too much, man. I kept blowing it out.
It was bopping up and down.
Because you kept talking to me, and I kept answering. What up? Too much busy having too much fun.
Were you partying with them last night?
No, I'm just stripper last night.
They're just fans, right? You probably get that constantly.
Yeah. That was an accident.
Okay.
Alright. I
Thank
can
you
do
for
it
the
today.
Rebellion Sparkle.
We can do this. When am I going to get out of rehab?
I have no idea. Like I said, I'm the middleman. I don't know all the details.
All right.
He's got the order for it.
Yeah.
And from what I hear, you're just going up the beach there a little bit.
All right.
Just one more beach up. Two
One more
beaches
beach up?
Yeah, it's 10 minutes.
Clearwater?
It's before, closer in Clearwater.
What's the name?
Madeira Beach.
Madeira. All right.
Yep. So we're in St. Pete right now.
Yeah.
And there's Treasure Island Beach, and then there's Madeira Beach.
Tranquil Shores was hand selected, and he was lured to this particular hotel for that purpose. Stephen B. Timmer works at Tranquil Shores. And you know what? Honestly, investigation team, I want to call Tranquil Shores on Monday and report it to them. I just want to say, hey, look, I just need to let y'all know there's a huge conflict of interest. You can't be doing this, and we're going to be reporting it. Just to let y'all know. Maybe I won't. They're probably watching this anyway. Hey, Tranquil Shores, we might be reporting y'all or whatever. I don't know. I'm looking at Stephen B. Timmer. Maybe we're just going to report him. I don't know. If y'all have information, you can send it to Monica, though. That'd be great.
All right.
So not too far. So if you said your wife and your kid are here, they could definitely probably come see you. It's not far.
Tell them that. Can you knock on their door?
I can. I think the other deputies up there doing that right now. Here, let's face this way.
Now, remember, what do we already know? What do we already know that the other cop said? He's schizophrenic. His wife and kid aren't in there. That's what she said. We know Antoinette Melissa Dompierre, aka Aunt Missy, booked the 2 rooms. So Bam didn't book them. We know Stephen B. Timmer works for Tranquil Shores. We know Tranquil Shores was where he was allegedly living, according to the conservatorship petition. Okay. So Bam's just collecting evidence at this point.
226.
His wife is in room 226, and that's what they told him.
Yeah, the room.
And none of these cops tell him your wife ain't here. I guess they think because he's some crazed lunatic that he's not allowed to think his wife is there. But they have been lied to. The same way that Bam was lied to and about, the cops were lied to. He's schizophrenic. His wife and kid aren't in there. They don't know Lima and Aunt Missy and whoever else the goddamn hell on the phone talking about, yeah, meet us at the Don Caesar. Yeah, we're gonna go on a family vacation. Haven't seen you in 6 months. Like, this was a setup. This was a setup, and you will never convince me that it was not. It's so obvious.
I was next to you.
Yes.
Yeah, we told. She's up there telling.
Thank God. All right. Thank you.
What do your pants say? Did you write on your pants?
Yeah.
What's it say?
Kanan Dern wins the car. How about $125,000 Mercedes if he's going to win the car when he escapes?
Well, it's like a bet you made.
Yes.
I like it. You gotta write it down somewhere. Yeah,
I know.
Yeah.
Can you put my pocket back in?
He leaves them out so they know they already checked your pockets.
All right.
That way nobody bothers you again.
Okay.
All right, this one's about
Good
to
idea.
burn me too.
Burning you? So how come when it's burning you hand it to me?
Get rid of it.
One more puff, then we'll put it out.
Yeah, one more puff.
Does this look like an emotionally disturbed person that needed to be arrested and taken off the streets and written all kind of articles about ripping titties and doing cocaine and everything else?
Yeah, that was worthy.
How'd you land up here?
Because my wife's here.
Oh, okay, so you came here to see her.
He already knows it was a setup, but I don't think he knows Nikki's in on it. He's saying Lima. Can't believe Lima did this.
Yeah, I came from Orlando.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
What's she doing here? She live up here?
No, she lives in San Francisco and Philadelphia and Kauai, Hawaii.
Did they come here to see you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I haven't seen her in half of a year. And I still didn't get to see her. Yeah.
They came there to see him, but he's been editing in Orlando. So why did they come here? Oh, I have an idea. Let's take Phoenix to Epcot so we can get him down in South Florida.
What's her name?
Okay, it's
Nicole.
727.
Nicole what?
Susan Boyd.
434.
Nicole Susan Boyd?
Margera.
Nicole Susan Boyd Margera.
Yeah.
Man, had to make it complicated, huh?
Yeah, that's correct.
Now he's got the processing face again. Look at him.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much.
You taser me?
And then he said, "Can you taser me?" I think the line of questioning made him realize this ain't just Lima. This is Nikki too. And then he's like, "Can you just tase me?" I really think that's what happened, but that's just my opinion. So y'all tell me what y'all think.
Had to make it complicated, huh?
Processing.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. You tasing me?
No. I mean, you being who you are, I would love to, but I'm not allowed.
That's kind of weird. You being who you are, I would love to inflict physical pain on you. Ew.
Well, what if I do something wrong?
No, you're not doing nothing.
No, don't do nothing wrong.
No.
I want to get tasered.
No, you don't want to get tasered. You've been tased before. I know you have.
I want to get stun gun.
You've been all that. You've done it before.
I want to get stun gun.
Nothing changes.
Put a riot bomb grenade on me.
A what?
I don't have those.
A riot bomb grenade.
Riot grenade.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't have those.
I took one of those.
Really?
I got 13 bullets on me.
The pellets? The rubber
It
pellets?
hurts so bad.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Yeah.
Absolutely horrible.
Yeah.
Oh,
Did you go to the hospital for that?
Yeah, and
Yeah,
you know what
I
hurt
bet.
the worst? I had 13 everywhere, but the one that hurt the worst was right there.
In the hip?
No.
In the hand?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it probably broke your bones in your hand.
I know.
Yeah, miserable.
Yeah, it was.
That was in the movie, right? That
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. I
Yeah,
remember that
Knoxville
movie
got
now.
them all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man,
That's funny.
you guys do some crazy stuff.
You not talk to them guys anymore?
Yeah.
You do?
Is there another movie coming out or no?
Yeah, but it's in a lawsuit right now with me.
I think that's what I read. 'Cause you're not in it?
Yeah, and I created it
Yeah.
with Jeff
I created it.
Tremaine, so it's a $30 million lawsuit. We're
$30 million lawsuit.
going to meet in the middle with $15 million.
There you go.
We're going to meet in the middle at $15 million. This was in September, y'all.
I read about that.
But I have to give 30% for the lawyer.
But I have to give 30% to the lawyer.
Hey, still a win though. You don't even have to be in the movie to get paid.
You were
I
the
know.
original creator of Jackass?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because you were doing the stuff.
I did think that was a very funny joke. You get the money and you don't even have to be in the movie. Like, because most people don't want to be in that. But Bam's like, I wanted to be in the movie.
Like the Jackass kind of created off of, right?
Yes.
The skateboarding, what was it
Yeah.
called?
Wait, where did my sunglasses go?
They're in your bag with your necklaces.
Can I wear them?
Not when you get in the car, because they don't want to break
Yeah, but the sun's out.
He can't have his sunglasses in the car because they don't want them to get broken. What? What are you talking about, Edward?
Yeah, let's rotate. We'll rotate.
Fuck this way.
There we go.
Why can't Nicole come out and see me?
What was the skateboarding show you did? Y2 something? Y something?
CKY2K.
CKY2K, that's right. That's how you like that.
Star's Place doesn't have people there on Sundays or something. I don't know.
So another thing interesting that he brought up this lawsuit. I mean, the lawsuit has now allegedly, quote, settled. And I don't believe that. I think either Nikki, Lima, April, one of them settled on behalf of Bam, or they just completely said, you're never getting out of here unless you settle. I really think that. And that's just my opinion. And y'all can shove it if you don't believe my opinion. I don't care. And not y'all. I'm not talking about my fans. I'm talking about the people that are going to come and say, like, you're wrong. Like, shut up.
She's up there talking to her right now, so I'm not sure.
Oh, she's off?
I don't know. The deputy went up there, but I have.
Again, Nicole is not there. The cops, the lady cop said he's schizophrenic. They're not in there. Okay. So he's still asking, can you go wake up my wife? You have me in handcuffs out here. And the cops are all still lying to him and beating around the bush like, oh yeah, well, they're not up yet. Oh yeah, we're going to wake them. We're going to leave them a note. Like, again, I guess that's fine. That's not against like a rule, I guess, but it's just like weird. Like, because I know behind the scenes, his wife is not there. And he's sitting there like needing his wife, wanting his wife. And it was a total setup. It was a lure. It was a trap.
I don't know what's going on, so that's between
Let me know when you know.
Yeah, when she tells us something, she can come down. She will.
Yeah.
I don't know if she was able to get her up yet or
Like,
not.
it's so bad.
Are you 100% she's here? She might have left.
Yeah, no.
Are you 100% she's here? She might have left or something. Because he knows that she's not there. That cop, Edward.
She's definitely here.
Back in right here.
1,000%.
Back in right next to this.
She's in the room next to me.
Yeah, no, that's where she went. 226.
Yeah, and I want to see my kids in Harvard. So bad.
So
Look at that JBL.
Steve, good question. Steve asks, so why aren't they putting him in the car and driving him to the facility? Why isn't it happening? I don't get it. Well, the issue is I believe the law states that you cannot bring a person who is under the influence of drugs and or substances to a treatment, an inpatient treatment facility. You have to treat them first at a detox or a hospital. And that's why Stephen B. Timmer, let me put your question up. And that's why Stephen B. Timmer said you got to take him to the hospital or jail. The cop said, I'm not taking him to the jail because he didn't do nothing to go to jail for. I'm not taking him to jail. So they can't take him to Tranquil Shores. Also, in another body cam footage, you're going to see a cop say there ain't even nobody there at Tranquil Shores to take him. So you got Lima and everybody on the phone. You got Stephen B. Timmer on the phone. They're trying to figure out who's going to take him. He's drunk. He's this, that. I don't know. No, but they planned on taking him to jail, meaning Team Con. And the cops didn't play along. They didn't fall in line with
Speaker off. Yeah, I'm going to take that off, all right? How's it? Is it clip?
You're trying to feel my dick come out. I got a 2-inch hose.
Is this stuff in the trunk?
Yeah, it's in the bag.
You just walk around jamming all night?
Yeah.
Hey, Dalton, you unlock? Can't hear anything. He's on the phone.
It's called an ex parte.
Watch out.
So what about
Different states call it different stuff, so you're probably used to it.
You're good.
In here, it's called a.
So now Bam's asking, is this a Baker Act situation? Is this a 5150? Like, what's really going on? And look at this lady down here. She's just cheesing and smiling. She just couldn't be happy.
It's still called a Baker Act, but we're not doing a Baker Act.
But they're not doing a Baker Act. They're doing an ex parte order. Ex parte order filed by Lima Takali Yevremovich as Bam's guardian and Stephen B. Timmer, convicted criminal, as a, quote, interventionist who by his own admission was hired by Bam's guardian. That is Lima.
Basically,
It means I have to go to rehab again?
yeah, the judge signed you.
How long do you think?
I don't know.
A month?
We have.
I don't even know why.
We're the messenger.
Yeah, I don't know why you're going. I don't know what the case is. I don't know any of that. So
Yeah, I don't think anybody
all I get is the paper.
I feel like I don't deserve it.
All I get is the paper that says he has to go and we serve it to him.
Yeah.
Watch your foot.
So I don't know. You could be.
45 days sober, and I had white claw and fucking.
So Westport, Wabi Sabi, I just want to be very clear that I definitely agree with you. When I'm saying like the schizophrenic, when I'm doing all that, I'm doing it because that is the stigma. I don't believe that. I think people with schizophrenia or a diagnosis of literally anything have 100% rights to their bodily autonomy, spend their money how they want, etc. So when I'm going, oh, he's schizophrenic, I'm saying it because that's how they say it, but I don't agree with that. I don't think that's cool. And if I did, I wouldn't spend so much of my own time, money, resources, and efforts fighting for people who have been considered and called schizophrenic. Like, if I thought that, I would just say, well, Amanda Rabb was schizophrenic. She probably deserved what she got. Or Bam is a schizophrenic, so he needs it. I don't think that. I think they're using it as a dog whistle because everybody uses schizophrenia, bipolar, and DID like it's some kind of crazy. Ooh, I'm telling you, we know people with schizophrenia. You know people who have it, and they're just normal people. It's just like, okay, different diagnosis than you, different brain chemistry than you. So yeah, I mean, can we please stop saying bad things about schizophrenics? I've never said a bad thing about a schizophrenic, and I never will, unless they're a bad person. I'll talk about that. But I'm not going to talk about somebody being a bad person because they're schizophrenic. I don't buy that. I don't believe that. I don't subscribe to that. And nobody else needs to be saying that. But I just want to make it very clear. I don't think that. I keep saying it because that's how that cop said it. Oh, he's schizophrenic. They're not in there. What the fuck does him being schizophrenic have to do with his wife lying and saying she was there? You know what I mean? That's kind of why I have that tone. But I am autistic. So the way my tone comes across sometimes can be confusing to people who have normal people brains or whatever. But just so y'all know, that's where I'm coming from. So just so it's not a confusion to anybody, I don't think anything bad, negative, scary, anything about anybody with any diagnosis, including substance use disorder. Y'all should be allowed to pick your own damn life choices too.
Booger sugar and speed and fucking mushroom.
You went ham for one night.
Booger sugar.
Yeah.
A little bit of boogie, you know?
Yeah.
Hey. Like I said, that's all your business. We ain't here for that, I'll tell you that.
Well, I went 145 days without it.
That's props, man.
Thanks.
On the same. Nice place though, huh?
Yeah, but I only got to spend 5 minutes here.
You didn't get out to see the water or anything? No,
Five
Yeah, I should get my
minutes.
money back.
They waited for him to check into this damn hotel, and he was only there for 5 minutes.
That's it.
I didn't get to fucking hang out.
Yeah, there you go.
Tell Edward you would be the man if I could get one more cigarette.
Which one's the Marlboros?
He was only there. He was only there for 5 minutes, but Stephen B. Timmer already had him and a henchman were there. Blue folder in hand, ex parte order printed out. Aunt Missy's upstairs getting in whatever type of altercation, trying to rile him up. 5 minutes later, we got Lima going, did he grab you? Did he grab you? This is a setup. This is a setup. Thank you, Tatum. This is a setup. This is a setup. This is a sweat up. A sweat up. They're sweating him out in the sun with no sleep. Of course he's slurry. Exactly. Why do they have him in the sun? And they wouldn't give him his sunglasses. Why?
Oh, he smoked a whole pack at once.
I need it.
Okay. You're able to do it.
I did.
I couldn't do it. It's not to burn the glove. Hey, you got another car behind you?
I like you, man, but I ain't trying to get hit.
That's alright.
Yeah, that's Bam Margera. Yeah, that's why you're like, you look like Bam. I'm like, wait, I'm confused. Is this not Bam?
Yeah.
This is Bam.
100%.
Yeah. That's what blew my mind. I was like,
110%.
I was like, you look exactly like Bam.
Yeah.
Because you are Bam.
That's what he said. He's like, I am.
I was like, oh no, you're just crazy. No, you're legit Bam.
I am, baby. So if you look just like him. I know, because I am.
Holy shit.
One dude at the airport one time,
Yeah.
he was a businessman. I was at the airport bar waiting for my flight.
Yeah.
And he just walks by with his briefcase and he looks at me and he stops and he looks at me and he goes, asshole? I was like, what? He's like, fucking asshole? I was like, do you mean Jackass? He's like, yeah, I love that show. I was like, dude, I'll get ready to punch you in your fucking face.
Holy shit.
Asshole? I was like, no, it's Jackass.
Holy shit. That's fucking awesome.
What'd you call him?
Asshole? It was like a question.
That's pretty cool.
Asshole?
So he's working on a Netflix show right now. Man.
Still no need for handcuffs.
Yeah, you just now realize that?
Why are we doing this humiliating production where someone has to hold a cigarette to this grown man's mouth who's made probably 20 times more money than all these dudes combined? Which, not that money matters, but it just shows like y'all are fangirling out over him, but you still have the ability to have it. Like, you, why can't he damn sit in the car and smoke his cigarette? Why can't he go under the awning? What is
I
going
had to
Next
look
time
at
somebody
the
calls me an asshole, I'm
tattoos,
saying
'cause
that.
I haven't
Asshole.
seen Ben in like ages.
And because it was a question, I was like, I wasn't ready to punch
caught off
him. I
guard.
was like, do you mean Jackass? Yeah, I love that show. I love that show.
Holy shit.
What was the show you had at your? It was like at your house. Bam, it was something. Bam's.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you had the one on MTV too.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
That show actually, that
Unholy
was the
Reunion.
show.
Unholy. What is it?
And then there's one dude with a Delco accent from Delaware recognized me and he goes, yo, my little brother got his skateboard. I beat his ass. I was like, you beat his ass because he has my skateboard or because I don't get it.
Wow, holy shit. Yeah, it took me a second. I had to like Google the tattoos and stuff and like, holy shit.
That's it. One more puff.
Burn you.
Yeah, the way you said it, I thought he was like a.
That was just
somebody
like
who like.
or something like
No,
that.
I knew.
That's wild. Alright. So Bam, there is somebody there that's ready. Or
Nicole?
will be ready soon. Yeah, so we're ready to go.
Does she know yet?
Who?
Nicole, my wife.
Bang.
In room 226.
226? We'll get with her after this, okay?
Yeah, my kid.
We'll get with her after this, okay, crazy man? All right.
We'll get with her, we'll let her know.
You have to let her know that I'm getting 5150.
Oh, yeah.
All right, we're heading in here,
roll,
man.
man.
If you are.
I'm ready to roll.
Appreciate you calming down a little bit.
Yes,
and
thank you.
Being human with us.
I'm calm.
You're good, man.
All right.
Sliding on in.
Thank you for being human with us and allowing us to take you against your will to something based on somebody's word. We don't really know what it's about, but we're just following orders. So thanks for not being too hard about asserting your constitutional rights. That made our jobs real easy.
Coffee, I'll put a seatbelt on you. Make sure
We got you more than one cigarette. Can't complain with that service.
I know. That was awesome.
I don't know. I have a few things to complain about, officer, but overall, considering all the horrible cops that we do talk about on this channel, I think Pinellas County, they did fine. I see what y'all are saying about the fangirling. I could see how that could be a little annoying. But at the same time, like, these are just regular losers. Like, they probably are really fans or whatever. So, like, whatever.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, I'm right.
Pop that right leg up there.
Yes.
Hope you take care of yourself on it.
Thank you. Ow. Hold on. I will.
You can finish up that filming, too.
Can't get in here.
Yeah, for real. I want to see the next special, so do you think?
Ow. All right.
Have a bunch of cops sit first row at the show.
Yeah,
There you go.
100%, man.
Ow. All right, I'm in.
Good.
All right, you're doing good. Let me get you all buckled up and safe, man.
Tell Tom I told Edwards he's doing the best job.
Yes, I actually heard that.
Hey, what about Graver? Graver doing all
And
right?
then RoboCop.
Who's RoboCop? Is that Graver or is that me?
No,
He remembers these guys' names.
no, that's Dalton. I thought Dalton was Robo.
Where's RoboCop?
Which one's RoboCop? Is that me?
Graver.
No, I was the one that gave you cigarettes.
All right, let's go, Bam.
All right.
All right,
All right,
take it
you
easy.
comfy? All right, you got enough air in there? Yeah. All right, cool. One thing.
Okay. So that was that. Yeah. Okay. So this is the long video. I do have, this is not even half of the footage. We have 3 more videos. I do have to run though. I wanted to end this by 11:30. So, I mean, big takeaways here for me is it was a setup. Bam was not unruly. He clearly didn't commit any crimes. And look, you can see it yourself. Was the man possibly on substances? Sure, possibly. But that's not what this conservatorship shit is supposed to be for. Every time everybody does a drug, they get locked up against their will for 7 months. That cannot be how it works. We cannot bypass due process in the United States of America when you're gonna physically detain someone against their will. You just can't do it. You cannot bypass due process. And that's what happened here. So I'm not blaming the police just yet. We're going to ask. We're going to ask them to send us the full footage, not redacted with all of this other silly little redactions. We're going to specifically ask for stuff, and we're going to give them the benefit of the doubt. I'm not even going to get into what we're going to do if they don't cooperate with the federal and the local statute. Okay. Thank you so much, Heather, whatever. Y'all spread this far and wide. We're going to be doing more lives, probably in a few more days. I have to go on a little trip. Got to do a thing. Got to do some stuff, family, personal, whatever. Everything's fine. I'm fine, but just got to go. And I'll be back later, probably next week with a part 2 of this same type of thing. In the meantime, a lot of people be asking me all the time, how can I help? What can I do? I don't have money. I don't have this, that. If you can donate money, that's great. But because it does help us to get this stuff. I mean, we have to pay for certain things. I mean, even just hard drives, like there's a lot goes into it. But if you can't donate money, that's fine. I don't need it. What y'all need to do, please, if you want to help, share these videos, especially the BAM ones and the Lima ones, because they just don't get like as much algorithm interaction. And I think it's very strange that not one damn mainstream media has posted articles about the fact that Bam is in a conservatorship, because he so clearly obviously is at this point. We've seen it now in black and white. Lima is the guardian in Mesa, Arizona. We're going to get into all that in the next video. We're going to do some pauses, but share these videos, like these videos, because that's what's going to get it out there. The YouTube algorithm and the other algorithm and the media and the whoever can suppress us. But They cannot keep our message from the people. They cannot. And that's what I really need help with. Just sharing, liking, getting the videos out there. I need people to know Bam Margera is not okay. All of his fake family and friends, well, y'all see how they acted. His family was part of the setup. Okay. So that's that we got to tell them there are people out there who care about Bam and they don't know this is happening. Let's get the message to them. Facts ain't defamation. Love you, Mina K. Bye.